4 years ago, or 4 years ago this coming March, what, say, top 2 things would you be seeing differently as you, as a county judge, during the last 3.5 years, different from what we see now?
Well, I know we would not be involved in deficit spending. You know, this particular year, in I think it was September, when the 2010 budget was adopted by the county had to dip into its savings accounts, had to dip into the unreserved fund balance in order to make up the difference for what they were spending versus what was coming in through tax dollars. That never occurred during the time that I was there during his 4 years.
But is it an apples-to-apples comparison, because aren't times harder now than they were under your tenure, or not necessarily?
Well, when you're saying apples to apples, actually more money was coming in. Remember, the county money that comes in doesn't depend on sales taxes. So it's not a matter of whether or not enough people from Mexico coming in to buy. Right. The property values maintained their growth during all this last 4 years. Any other questions?
Judge, one of the issues you've always felt strongly about has been your advocacy of open government. I know City of McAllen posts their entire agenda packets online ahead of the meeting. I believe Edinburgh is starting to do that as well. If you're elected commissioner or county judge, would you advocate for the advanced posting of the entire agenda packet of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court, as well as the advanced posting of the entire agenda packet for the Regional Mobility Authority?
I certainly believe in transparency in government. When I was there, I never denied an open records request unless the matter was in litigation. Then we had no choice but to deny that particular request. But anything else, we freely granted those requests and turned over records to the public. The way I see it, it's not our private government, it's government there for the people. And that's what we need to do, is make the people aware of what's going on in our government. Yes, sir.
There's a lot of concern in the Delta, from Delta elected officials, about the drainage problems there. And there was an urban counties meeting recently where the city leaders were saying, why hasn't the county fixed the drainage? And in particular, they're concerned with the $100 million bond issue as to where that money has gone. If you're elected county judge, what can you tell the taxpayers about that money actually going to its intended purpose, rather than, for example, building a border wall?
Well, that's one of the disappointments that I saw as having occurred. When we went out there trying to get that $100 million bond issue passed, I, along with other members of the Commissioner's Court, Commissioner Flores and other individuals in the court, went out there and told the community that we were going to be borrowing $100 million to be used for what we call the Raymondville Drain Project, which was to provide drainage for basically the northern part of the county, which included the Delta area, all the way up, I guess we can cover La Villa, Edcao, Chelsea, La Blanca, San Carlos, and north of Edinburgh, and all the way up northern part of the county. And that was what the purpose of that $100 million was for. I don't understand what happened, but during the previous administration, about $46 million of that $100 million was spent on working on repairing the levees, which is not a county responsibility. That's a federal responsibility. And also building that border wall, which I can't find one person in this county that really believes that building a border wall is a thing to do. That to me is not what the purpose was of those $100 million. I don't have a good answer to those people in the Delta area that are wondering what happened to all these promises that were made. But certainly when I get back in there, we're going to start looking at it again.
Señor García, si usted llega a ganar, ¿cuáles van a ser la diferencia de cuando usted fue juez anteriormente? Si llega usted a ganar, ¿cuáles van a ser sus nuevos objetivos?
Muy bien, como estábamos hablando de la responsabilidad del juez y de las cortes de comisionados es proteger y asegurar primeramente que se lleven a cabo los servicios cuales somos responsables para darle a la comunidad, pero al mismo tiempo que lo háganos responsablemente, que el dinero que vamos a gastar, el dinero que gastemos, sea porque no es de nosotros, es de los ciudadanos, por los impuestos, que lo gastemos responsablemente. Y voy a asegurarles que eso es lo que vamos a hacer. Cualquier contrato, cualquier gasto que se vaya a hacer, lo vamos a ver muy objetivamente para asegurar que sea para el beneficio del general de la comunidad. Esa es una cosa que vamos a hacer. La otra cosa que estábamos hablando es tocante en lo que ocurrió cuando estaba ahí antes en el primer término. Fuimos a la comunidad, les pedimos que votaran al favor de una, que pudiéramos tener la oportunidad para poder ir a pedir en prestados $100 millones para drenaje que se iba a usar el dinero para componer el drenaje sistema acá en el norte del condado, las comunidades de La Villa, Edcouch, Elsa, San Carlos, La Blanca, aquí al norte de Edimburgo y al norte rumbo al lado del oeste del condado. Y ese dinero de los 100 millones desafortunadamente no se usó para eso. En mi opinión se gastó, mal gastado en cosas que no tiene el condado ninguna responsabilidad de promover. Tenemos suficientes necesidades para tener que hacer y cumplir con el dinero que nuestros ciudadanos nos dejan de responsabilidad para poder usar, y tener que hacer y pagar para componer los levies no es algo del condado, es una responsabilidad federal, y el dinero se gastó en eso y se gastó para hacer la barda, que es una cosa que no, en mi opinión y en la opinión de un mundo de personas aquí en este condado, no es responsabilidad y no es algo que debíamos de hacer para mantener las relaciones entre Estados Unidos y México. Y ahí se gastó 46 millones de esos 100. Esos fueron mal gastados y en mi opinión no fuera ocurrido eso.
Gracias.
Yes.
What do you think cost you the re-election last time?
Oh, I'm not sure. If I knew that, I don't know. But I can tell you this, it's not going to happen again. I can start naming individuals in this room that were not with me last time.
We're with you now.
There you go.
That's what I was going to ask on that long list of elected officials. How much would you guess were on your side last time? Half of those names?
I don't know, but I am glad that they're with me now. I don't want to start analyzing a previous election. I'm concentrating on this one. I mean, you realize that we're going to be voting on February the 16th. That's already here. March 2nd is election day. Early voting the 16th of February through the 26th. It's all here. It's already here.
Judge, speaking of some of those endorsements, I know that there may be a few of your friends here, or colleagues, that may want to make a remark. Would that be all right?
Sure.
Mayor, would you like to?
I'd love to. First of all, I'm here to support Ramon. Let there be no question about that. We have a lifelong relationship, both personal and business and professional. And I had the privilege of serving as interim county judge back in the 90s. My focus was fiscal responsibility. I believe we made great strides during that short time period. There may have been some backward steps over the years. While Ramon served, and the last time he served as county judge, I think he took it to a higher level of fiscal responsibility. Serving as mayor of Edinburgh, my focus is economic development and job creation. We're lucky to have Edinburgh have the lowest unemployment rate of any city in the valley, and I'm proud of that. And I think the other side of the coin of fiscal responsibility is job creation, and I expect and hope to hold hands with Ramon in that respect, looking forward to that. Para contestar su pregunta de qué cambio, ojalá que no haya cambio, porque nos sirvió bien el desarrollo económico y creación de empleo para este condado. Es algo muy necesario y lo hemos platicado, y yo sé que se va a enfocar también en eso Ramón, y espero que así vaya a ser.
Would Mayor Friends like to say why he's now supporting?
Well, I'll tell you, the first time he ran, we didn't support him because both he and I think was Mr. Pulido had already served. We stuck with the incumbent. And incidentally, I'm here with folks from Las Milpas, from Valley View, Mr. Perez, Granjeno, City of Hidalgo. We got representatives from Granjeno, Las Milpas, Valley View ISD, and Hidalgo ISD, and we're the Concerned Citizens of Hidalgo Committee. It's the southern part of the county. And we've got about 32 communities